Another exciting edition of Sports This Morning is on the way from Channels Television Sports Center in Lagos, Nigeria. My name is Austin Okunapa and welcome. Super Eagles coach Stephen Keshi has recalled captain Joseph Yobo to his team of 23 for the international friendly against Mexico that will take place in Atlanta, United States of America on Wednesday, March 5th, 2014. Yobo has been missing in action for the senior national team since the final game of the 2013 Cup of Nations in South Africa. Should he feature in that friendly game against Mexico, he will achieve his long-awaited 100 cap for Nigeria. Still with the Nigerian football, the Technical Committee of Football Federation has dispelled talks of a planned foreign technical assistant for Super Eagles head coach Stephen Keshi. The committee reiterated the fact that it has given and will continue to give its unflinching support to the big boss and the team as they prepare for the 2014 FIFA.World Cup in Brazil. In table tennis, it was a tale of mixed fortunes for Nigerian players at the International Table Tennis Federation World Tour in Kuwait. Aaron Akwadwo recorded an impressive 4-0 win over Egypt's Mohamed El Sobki, while Kazim Makonjola lost by the same scoreline to Frenchman Benjamin Bozier. In the English Premier League, the drama continues. From now, no one can tell where the trophy is heading. Arsenal has at the moment cut Chelsea's lead at the top of the table to just 1 point after playing a goalless draw with Manchester United at the Emirates Stadium. Drama. In other games played, Andre Villas-Boas rejected stone Emmanuel Adebayor has become Team Sherwood's cornerstone. He scored twice as Tottenham defeated Newcastle at St. James's Park. We'll let you see highlights of that game and then we'll come back to talk sports. Don't go anywhere, right back, stay.
Everything is going his way at the moment, and Tottenham in front again. Paulinho wants it edge of the box, lays it off for Adebayor, and on the follow-up, it's tucked home. Out of Chadley. Bentaleb wants it. And his support here, Chadley.
Great opportunity. Ball up to the far post. Walker gets 2-on-1 up against him.
Nice touch from Lennon. Bentaleb. Oh, Sissoko can't get the better of him. Dangerous ball and on a plate for Emmanuel Adebayor. Everything is going his way at the moment, and Tottenham in front again.
Well, doesn't Bentaleb do ever so well to shake off Sissoko, because he's a strong player, Sissoko. Thought he caught him up, thought he'd slowed the game down there, but no, he goes past him. This is a good cross, and all Tim Krul can do is just pat it into the path of Adebayor, and it's an easy tap-in.
Paulinho's clutches, but he'll reach Adebayor. Lennon wants to come inside, and he will. Oh, and off the post.
Well, that's what he's going to do when he's operating on that left-hand side. He's going to cut in and get his shots away. And again, just coming inside, two defenders, goes through the legs of one of them.
Paulinho wants it edge of the box, lays it off for Adebayor. And on the follow-up, it's tucked home. And Paulinho pouncing to double Tottenham's lead. And their charge to the top four continues.
Well, it's Krul on Krul again. He gets a hand to it, but again he can only put it in the path of the Spurs attacker, and it's Paulinho this time. Lovely touch on the edge of the area by Paulinho.
Now it's Dummett. Whoa! Whistles across the face, and he's saying that Laurie's got a touch.
Well, that's better, that's a good strike. Townsend again having a chase back. Dummett just having the legs on him.
Here's Gouffard. It's going to take aim, and Lloris. A wake-up call for him and for Tottenham. Ben Arthur's cross. Oh, and Debussy header. Brilliant from Lloris.
Oh, what a great save. He's got some spring, hasn't he, Lloris? Acrobatic keeper, isn't he? Good header coming in, and this is a really good stop from close range. Great reflexes.
Out of Chadley. Bentaleb wants it. And his support here, Chadley. It's Paulinho. And Townsend. Oh, and Krul produces the save this time. Adebayor in! He's at it again! And there is no doubt now that he has sealed a vital victory for Tottenham in the Champions League race. But the mood darkens again on Tyneside. They're staring a fourth straight home defeat in the league fully in the face. Or could it get worse for Newcastle? Bentaleb. Chadley fancies this. Oh, wonderful! A sublime goal from Nasser Chadley to rub Newcastle noses in it. His first in the Premier League, and it is one that's a treasure.
Phenomenal win for Tottenham at St. James's Park. Whoever thought that they would travel there and get all 3 points, defeating Newcastle by 4 goals to nothing. Dramatic world of sport, I tell you. We want you to be part of this show. If you have questions for us, comments, or suggestions, remember, we always say we want you to be part of the fun. On Twitter, we're very active. We're channels_sport. On Facebook, we're channels-sports. What are you talking about after seeing the game between Arsenal and Manchester United, and then the phenomenal form of Emmanuel Adebayor, and then the recall of Joseph Yobo into the Super Eagles squad for that friendly game against Mexico that will take place on March 5th in the United States of America? We want you to talk to us, so keep the comments coming. It's always good to have you on the show again. It's all about the return of Joseph Yobo.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not a surprise to me because we ran the story a couple of days ago that he said he's sorted out his issues with Stephen Keshi, and he would like to be back into the national team. So it wasn't really a surprise to me that he's making his return.
But we'd like to know what issues, because
we'd like to know. Yeah, that's
so they don't come back again. I mean, Joseph Yobo has done so well, has represented this country that he can. Captain of the side,
highest cap player.
There you go. So if he plays this game, he would have played 100 games for the senior national team, which is phenomenal.
Yeah, good one for Yobo, but then we don't know what issues both Stephen Keshi and Joseph Yobo are. But what I'm really interested in is it's over now, and Joseph Yobo is back, and it helps that he is back in the English Premiership now with Norwich City. He's played 2 games, and it's looked like he never really left. The Premier League is a short performances by Joseph Yobo in the Premier League so we'll see what he can do against Mexico, but he's still a very good player. There's no doubt about it. The quality is still there. The experience is there. As a defender, you need experience most of the times, even though it's not as pacey as it used to be. So we'll see how it pans out as regards Joseph Yobo.
Also, finally, we'll just push that talk aside of when is Yobo returning, or when Coach Stevie Keshi will say Yobo is still my captain. We'll start wondering, how can he be your captain when he's not playing?
But you can understand why it was like that. It's almost a year now that Yobo hasn't played for Nigeria.
I know. Okay, so that's it on your screen. 23 players invited for the international friendly. His name is not new. Vincent Nyama, the goalkeeper, assistant Austin Ejide, that plays for Apoel Beersheva of Israel. The defenders, Ederson Echejile, Efe Ambrose of Celtic, Godfrey Brabona, Rizespor in Turkey, Azubike Gwekwe of Wolves, Kenneth Omero, Middlesbrough, Juwan Oshanua, that's another Ashdod FC of Israel.
Absolutely good player, good left-hand back. He's pretty much a regular for his club in Israel, so it's a good one for Juwan.
Juwan is back. Yobo, we told you, is back. I remember Yobo is on loan to Norwich City in the EPL, and then put up a good display to even make the SPL team of
that's what I said. It was a good one for it wasn't a surprise to me at all. Then one more on Kenneth Omero before we move on into the midfielders invited. Kenneth Omero, so far so good. Not really impressed by him since his loan move to Middlesbrough. He's only played 1 game, and it's not a good one going into a World Cup.
I know, particularly with the competition heating up in the senior national team. Of course, you know Kunle Odunlami, he was at the
well-deserved
African Nations Championship, and has been called midfielders. You know the names too. Mikel Obi is there, Ogre Onazi, usual suspect. Ramon Aziz, we spoke about him. Good to know that he's in the team. Shehu Abdullahi, another name from the African Nations
as far as I'm concerned, on some hero.
Kano Pillars, he plays for Kano Pillars. he's doing well for himself, and Coach Stephen Keshi cannot overlook or don't look at his side if you're doing well.
Yeah, you find it very hard as a coach to ignore such performances.
Yeah. And then the name everyone has been talking about, if this name had been missing, there would have been some calling. Ejike Uzwenye also makes that list. Remember, he's still looking for a club, but he's still playing for Enugu Rangers. For the forwards, we have Emmanuel Menike, Ahmed Musa, I play for CSKA Moscow in Russia, Sholami Obi of Newcastle, Victor Moses, Liverpool of England. That's a very tough one. Obina Sofo Kevo of Italy, Braidike, Toronto of Canada, Imo Ezekiel, Tayo, you spoke about him yesterday. Good to see that he's been given a chance. Let's hope that he gets to play and then make a statement.
Yeah, 20-year-old striker, very good player, great upside, and he even doesn't make the World Cup, but he's definitely one for the future. But just to round up on this particular list, there are a couple of players there right now that are not playing for their clubs. That's the fact. We can't hide that. The likes of even Alderson Echejile, good move to Monaco, and we all celebrated it, but he hasn't played one league game for Monaco yet. Still being kept out by Eric Abidal, 34-year-old Eric Abidal. So I just hope these things don't last into the year, because we can't go into the World Cup with players that don't have enough games under the belt. I hope it doesn't really last. Edison Echejile, Victor Moses, we can go on and on. So I hope it doesn't become a trend, even though that's what it's looking like at the moment.
Okay, we'll talk table tennis. Before talk table tennis, let's just finish with the Nigeria Football Federation. Yesterday, I'm sure they watched the show. Like, what sort of drama is this? They've come out to say, we did not say we're getting a foreign technical assistant for Coach Stephen Keshi. But my question to them now is, are you getting a local assistant for the man that says, I don't want any assistant, just get me Silvanus Opala and I'm fine?
Yeah, I really don't see why we should devote any kind of time to this particular issue again. They've come out to clarify that there was never a talk about bringing a foreign assistant to Keshi. And let's just move on let's move on now. Let's just move on. The World Cup is around the corner. I can't keep talking about assistants when the World Cup is June 12 is just around the corner.
So the Nigerian Football Federation, our technical committee, they've dispelled it. They say it's not true, and that they're willing to give Coach Stephen Keshi all the support he needs in while preparing for Brazil.
Yeah, good one. But it's just going back to the friendly. I'm just wondering why we're playing Mexico again. We played Mexico last year already. We drew the game 2-2. Lost a couple of goals down to Chicharito. Why are we playing them again? Because from last year till now, I don't see anything new that I would have learned that would have been different. And for what we had last year, we playing Argentina. I would have thought playing against the South American team would have been better for Nigeria, Mexico, and South American for crying out loud. But I think it's a case of half bread is better than none.
There you go. I'd rather they play Mexico than go to play Togo. That's what I said. Half bread is better than none. Because Mexico is competitive enough.
Absolutely, no doubt.
Organizing these friendlies don't come easy. So let's